One of the biggest dilemmas, questions that I have, even though it seems really clear in the Bible, then you have a lot of people who ask this question too, like about God sending people to hell. But when you read the Bible, especially in the book of Romans, it starts to talk about salvation. It talks about how we can obtain salvation, because it would be given to us based on our belief, like to really believe who Jesus says he was and is in his fullness, like every aspect, not just one aspect of saying he was a prophet because he did prophesy. Not, it has to be more than that. The Messiah, the Son of God, and God. As much as people like to argue, try to make it that difficult. But he says in the book of Romans, and this is what Paul writes, and he says, believe in me. Of course, he's the way, the truth, and the light. No one comes to the Father but through him. Paul writes in the book of Romans, like all through chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, about believing in who Jesus is. It's always a difficult topic because I never want to steer anyone the wrong way, say anything the wrong way, and I do not have the best presentation of this, the best full understanding of who God is. Lord knows I'm still learning, and I've been trying to learn and study intentionally for some time now. But if anyone will believe in their heart truly that Jesus Christ came, he died, and he rose from the dead, and that he is the Son of God and is God, like God, you believe those things, then you receive salvation, to where now when we die, because we all gonna die, then you get to live in communion in eternity with the Father instead of separation. And a lot of people say, I feel like it's a whole lot of ways to get to him. I heard this pastor present it like this, and it sounded amazing. And some people say, you just got to accept me for who I am, because why would he make all these rules? And if he already know what I'm going to do, then yada, yada, yada. See, predestination and free will is a lot of two different things. It's different than what most people think. To organize the whole thing and to have a theme and to have a main picture of how everything is going to go is one thing, but to still give us the right to decide on some things that can affect us, and yes, others as well, but not messing up his global or his universal plan is one thing. But I heard this pastor say, a lot of people, and I heard this because I used to say it, I'm a good person. He said, fine. If you're such a good person, go knock on somebody totally random, a stranger's door, and let them know that you want to come live in their house, and don't worry, you're a good person, and do it for you personally. Think about it. Would this total stranger let you in the house? Heck, maybe flip it around. If a total stranger came to you, to your house, and said, I would like to come live in here with you, and I'm a good person, so you should let me. You have to let me. You have to let me. Would you let them? Let's push it even further. If there were instructions that directions to get to your house, let's say you told me, LeVar, I live in 21 Bucket Street, Ohio, right? The only way to get to it is and I don't even know all the interstates in Ohio anymore, but gotta get on I-10 and go on exit 12, go south on 12. And I say, okay, well, I'm gonna get, instead of I-10 east, I go I-10 west, and I get off on exit 44, and I go north instead of south. Will I ever get to your house? Will I? No, because I'm not following the directions. And nor can I make you as a homeowner let me or force me. I can't force you to let me live with you, because I don't have a relationship with you, because you don't know me, and because ultimately, since it's your house, you get to make the rules. And I come to the point as a human being to not be so arrogant and prideful, but to be humble enough and semi-mature enough to understand I didn't make this house, this universe, this created universe. I didn't make it. I didn't cause myself to be on earth. I have done a whole lot of things wrong. And I need the one who created this whole thing to show me how to do this. And if he says believe in his son, who has at least been now historically proven through not just religious texts, but archaeological stuff, Roman texts and all those different things, history saying that this person did walk the earth, so we can kind of get past that. I think we can all get past it. There's people argue there's not a God. Come on, y'all. We're too designed. Everything is too, I don't know, it's too specific to just come from Cook and Blop. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a master designer behind all this. And if he says there's a certain way to get to him, if he says there's rules to follow, that truly gives us freedom. Because at least now we know what we shouldn't do. Not that we're going to be able to follow all the rules, but now we know what we should and shouldn't do. So it's like, all right, bet, I got structure. I like it like in football. Like, you know your position. You know what you should be doing. The other person, you kind of know what they should be doing a little bit, right? And that way, when we move as a team, we do better. So maybe we all learn what God says to do and don't do, and then move as a team and we do better. Now back to the original part. Salvation. Who's going to get there? Who's going to get to heaven? You see where I never spoke about the actual acts that we do wrong called sin? Because he doesn't say we'll go to hell because of what we do. He says we'll go to hell because of who we refuse to believe in. It's not so much that we don't follow his rules, because he knows, this is what the Bible says, there is not one, no, not one human with a good heart. Not one of us who is on this earth who is good, who is doing good. The only one who did right was Jesus Christ. I can't say that you have a bad heart, but I can tell you like this. I know I don't think right all the time. If I'm totally honest, if I had to earn my way to heaven, and I had to at least do more good than bad, and my thoughts were also evaluated, I'm losing. If I'm being honest. Will you be honest with yourself if that's the criteria? If the criteria is perfection, and if we were trying to earn our way to heaven, could you do it? Some of us have chosen lifestyles that God says clearly in the Bible that we shouldn't do. Intentionally lying, cheating on taxes, lying on finances, choosing different lifestyles when it comes to sexuality and saying that we're something that we're not, and killing, and the list is long. Some of us have chosen those lifestyles. Some people struggle with it. Some people feel like they're too far gone to go back. If you change your heart, and I guess you gotta experience the love of Christ first. I don't know. Can you come back just logically? I guess you could. But to experience God's love in your current circumstances is different. Like in your current mess is totally different. Like no matter how bad you probably mutilated yourself or did things to degrade yourself, like we all have done, God still loves us. He still loves you. So it's bigger than what you do, man. It's about what you believe. Your belief is what's going to get you in the presence of God or keep you out of it. You're not too far gone. I did a whole lot of foolish stuff and still will. And God still loves me. The Bible even says the more that you have done wrong, it's like the more he extends his grace. That is not for us to abuse it, though. But think about it. the more wrong we do, God reaches for us more in a sense. Do you see that? So even if you feel like you have done what is clearly obvious as an abomination, or you have secret quote unquote sins, God reaches out for you the more wrong you do. But at some point, when he realizes that we may not ever change because we just don't want to, then he says, fine, I love you enough to let you do what you want to do, to let you believe what you want to believe. And no matter where that lands us, he loves us enough to let it happen. That's good, but scary at the same time. Folk, let's get it right. Let's start believing right. I hope we all do.